Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson, and in this video I'm going to show you how to download and install OptimizePress 2.0. Now, first of all, I want to let you know I am logged into the customer portal. You can see right here, members. I paid for this theme. It's a great theme. I use it myself. And there are a number of options. First of all, I want to let you know we have the chance to download a plugin. So the plugin works really well if you already have a website established with WordPress and you are happy with your theme, you like the way it looks, but you want to integrate some things like a squeeze page or a sales page, and the theme you're using doesn't really offer that kind of functionality. Well, then again, the plugin is a great option for you because you can continue to use the same theme you have, but you can get additional functionality through the plugin. In our case, we're starting a brand new site and we want to be able to use the blog functionality of a regular theme that also has the capabilities of things like squeeze pages, sales pages, webinar registration pages, email confirmation pages, and so on. And there's so many templates. I'm going to show you exactly how to use OptimizePress as we move forward. And this probably will be a little bit longer of a video. There's a lot to go through, but that's okay. You're probably very interested in OptimizePress and you want to see how it works, or you've already got OptimizePress and you're wondering how to get started. Well, this tutorial video will walk you through the process. So the first thing we're going to want to do is download, right? So what we need to do is we need to download the plugin, and we also need to integrate an API key. That is, we need to tell OptimizePress that we have purchased the theme or plugin. We're real customers, and we need to add a site to the OptimizePress customer portal. Okay. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy my blog address or my domain address to my clipboard. I'm then going to go back to OptimizePress, the members area, and I'm going to click Get an API Key. And here we go. So you can see registered API keys, and here's Marketing Easy Street. We've got a couple installations of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. Oh, it looks like we have to install this. We'll be asked for an API key. Okay, so we can just copy some of these. So I'm actually going to copy this right here to my clipboard, and then I'll be ready to go. Okay, so first off, the next thing we need to do is basically import and install the theme that we're going to use, which is OptimizePress. So as you know, we're going to go to Appearance, we're going to go to Themes, we're going to click the big plus under Add New Theme. Then we're going to click Upload, and we're going to search for the folder in which we stored our theme on our computer. So I'm going to click Browse. I'm going to then go to my computer, my E drive, and this is just where I've incorporated OptimizePress. Here it is. And I'm going to sort by date modified. And you can see here, this is the most recent version. It was downloaded and modified on January 6, 2014. That's today. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to select Open, and then I'm going to click Install Now. Now, what's going to happen is the theme is going to be uploaded and installed to our WordPress installation. This will take about 30 seconds to a minute, so I'll go ahead and pause. See you in a second when we're done uploading. All right, so I've gone ahead, I've uploaded the theme, we're ready to go. Let's get a live preview, see if that works. Now, looks good to go. Let's go ahead and click Save and Activate. Now it's going to ask us for our API, which is our key, which we get from the members section. Remember the API key. I'm going to go ahead and post that in, and I'm going to click Save. All right, and we're set to go. Now, after you enter your API key, you're going to be brought to OptimizePress blog setup. Notice we've got a new section in our admin panel for WordPress, right? We have OptimizePress. We have the OptimizePress dashboard. We have blog settings. We have blog setup. And notice that that's where we are right now, blog setup. We have page builder. I'll explain how that works in a bit. And we have launch suite. Now, launch suite is kind of like if you're doing a product launch and you need to have special launch pages. We're not really going to do that. We're going to pretty much set up a blog, choose a home page, and do things to that degree. So let's go ahead and let's clear that settings. The first thing we need to do with the blog setup is we need to enter in the theme style. We have three choices. We have theme 1, which is a framed style blog theme with a textured background. This is a full width blog theme with a gray sidebar. You see here the sidebar is a little bit more gray. It's hard to see that. Let's go ahead and click this. And it's still super small, a little hard to see. Let's see what this one looks like. It's about the same. I like this because it's got kind of a gray background and it frames the page nicely. And the third one is an ultra clean full width blog theme with ultra minimum look. And that's this here. I'm not as big on this because the sidebar has a white background. It's the same color background that the actual content section has, and thus everything kind of blends in. So I prefer this. You can see here it's a little bit more separated. You'll see how it stands out more, the sidebar, as we move forward. So I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to move ahead to step 2. So we have theme, brand, layout, modules, and then we're done. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and select the brand here on number 2, and we're going to select the logo that I've selected here, and it needs to be an image size of 250 times 50. So I'll click select file, and then I'm going to go ahead and select file, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I should have something. Here we go, logo. Insert into post, and there we go. We're good to go. Now the rest I'm going to leave Favicon. I don't have a Favicon at this point. Let's see if we can actually find one though. All right, so I searched online for download Favicon, and I found a simple Favicon. Let's go ahead and select it now. So I'm going to go select files, and then it started with an F for Favicon. D, and actually we're going to hit this site here. It says you can easily convert images into ICO format using iconverticons.com/online. So let's click that, and let's browse, and we're going to select our little home icon, and we're going to click convert. It says there we go. Download icon, ICO. And this is what we want here. So if you go ahead and you click on this link inside OptimizePress 2, it'll take you to this page here. Just enter in the image you want to use, and then it will resize it. And you're going to want to select this size here, 16 by 16. That's what's recommended by OptimizePress 2. So we'll go ahead and we'll download that. We'll click Save As. Oops. There's our, here you can see the Favicon. It looks just about perfect, so that's cool, but we need to go ahead again and open the folder. and I'm going to paste it to my desktop. Okay, I've just pasted it to my desktop. Now I'm going to go back to this step and I'm going to click Select File, and hopefully we'll see it this time. So this is the file I took, and then I resized it using that converter. Here we go. You can see the Favicon is right there. It's the right size, 16 × 16, and the file extension is ICO. So we're going to select that and click Open. We're going to scroll down and we're going to say Insert into Post. And there's our Favicon, so that's cool. We're going to keep the default color setting, so I'm not going to open that. Copyright notice. Let's see what that's all about. We'll probably just have to put in our...
Click Copyright Notice to set the...
Okay, so we didn't need that. Let's just go ahead and click that. And it says OptimizePress. Now we want the name of our site, which is buildingaHouseblog.com. And then info bars, RSS. We don't need to worry about any of this. And typography will keep the same. So I'm going to click continue to step 3. Now, one of the things I want to mention as you go through this process with OptimizePress 2 is you can always come back to blog setup. I might not like the logo when it is on the site, and that'll be okay. I can always come back, upload, and add another one, and we'll be fine. So now we're going to select the layout, okay? Sidebar column preference. And here you can see we can either have a header image at the top and the content on the left with the sidebar on the right, or we can have the sidebar on the left and the content on the right. I'm going to recommend you always stick with this. It's kind of a default setting for most web pages, and that'll make it easier on visitors. So that's cool. We're going to now go ahead and check out header navigation preferences. And basically what we can have is links below the header or logo, which we have set to right here. Or we can select this and we're going to have links that are kind of running almost parallel to the logo. So I like that look a little bit better. I'll select that. Primary navigation, default. I'm just going to leave that as a default. I don't need to mess with that. And top navigation. And again, I'm going to go ahead and keep that as a default. Footer preference. And this will be saved as a default as well. So let's just click to blog modules. Now this section, number 4, modules, gives you a lot of power and flexibility is how you want to set up your website, okay? So what's the homepage feature look like? Well, if we come to my site here at Marketing Easy Street, I can show you exactly what that is. This is what the feature area looks like with OptimizePress. It's pretty awesome and powerful, and you might want to incorporate that after you've set up your site, you've got things working. You might want to incorporate kind of a feature area, and that way you can have a video playing here and then people can subscribe. And I think I'm actually going to use this because I've got a video that I've created where my wife and I are picking out the lot for our house that we're going to build. And basically what I'll have this say is I'll say, hey, stay up to date with building a home blog by simply entering your name and email here, and then there'll be a let me in. So I'm going to configure that as a yes, and I'll need to set that up and configure it a little bit later. Basically what I'll need to do is create a list in Aweber, and then I'll need to go ahead and configure the text here, and I'll need to select the name of the list with the API, and that can easily be done a little bit later. So that's what it looks like. Let's come back here. I'm going to get out of these pages. So do I want to use this? I'm going to say on. And here we can have a video, we can have an opt-in form, and the content. So you can see here's the video, Okay, so I can just use this here, enter in external video embed code, enter codes for EVP or external hosted video like YouTube here. So I can add that in. I'll add that a little bit later. Then we have our opt-in form, our content, and our submit button. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the homepage feature area, but I'm going to integrate that after I get kind of the blog all set up with the look and feel that I'm looking for. So for now I'm going to select off, and if I want I can come back. Now how about advertising? How does that work and what does that provide? Well, if we click advertising, basically this will provide banners and graphics that again are used for advertising on the blog homepage, on posts, on pages, and in the sidebar. Now I might use that later. One of my ideas is to create a Kindle book based on the content of the blog later, and then I could sell the Kindle book, and perhaps I'd want to create advertising targeting the sale of the Kindle book, but for now I'm going to leave that off. Sidebar opt-in, also I'll leave that off. I might want to configure that later, and maybe what I'll do is create another video for showing how to use the homepage feature area with OptimizePress. For sharing, I'm going to want to click on, and that will give people a chance to click Facebook and Twitter share and like buttons, which is very much advantageous, and you always want to use sharing when you launch a website because Google takes shares into consideration when analyzing a web page. Now, related posts are, again, really helpful, and the reason why is when someone comes in and they see a particular post, maybe someone's going to find this post from the search engines later, and they're going to read through this content, and instead of them leaving my site with nothing else to read, if I can provide them with additional information they might be interested in, they might stay on my site. And when Google sees that, that's a clear signal and that people like the site, and you want to encourage that. So here we're going to use a plugin that pulls in these images for us. We're going to use the plugin, so even if you're not using OptimizePress 2, you can use this plugin to facilitate this kind of a strategy to keep people on your site. The more pages people visit of your website, the more time they spend on your website, the better you're going to do with rankings. So we'll go ahead and for now, we're going to select related posts off, but we're going to use our own plugin. Now, comment system is pretty important. Let's go ahead and open this up. And do we want to have WordPress comments? Yes. Now we're also going to configure Facebook comments, but what might happen is we might get visitors to our website that don't really use Facebook. So if we only have Facebook turned on, they're not going to leave a comment. However, if they are Facebook users, what's really powerful is when they leave a comment, that comment shows up on their Facebook user page and will provide a link back to our website or your website. So by enabling Facebook, you're ultimately giving people another avenue to reach your blog, which is Facebook. So I recommend you use Facebook, and the comments will appear on your posts and pages above WordPress comments. So Facebook comments will appear first, followed by WordPress comments. So I'm going to put in Facebook comments. I'm going to select hide the like button. Or actually, let's leave the like button there. Well, we can configure it later. We'll go ahead and let's hide it because I'm going to have other like and share buttons on the site. We're going to use language. And I think 10 sounds great. We don't need any other scripts. I'm not worried about continued reading links, so let's go to step 5 and finish setup. So the blog is now successfully set up, and I'm going to create a little note for myself that I might want to do homepage feature. Okay. Now I can continue to blog setup. So here you can see what I've already done, and I've gone through the brand, the layout, and the modules. It's all configured, And let's go ahead and take a look at what our site looks like. It won't look like much because there's not really a lot of content here yet. Actually, I kind of like the way this logo worked out. It looks pretty darn clean, and it looks great. So we'll go ahead and we'll start adding content to this. We'll configure what kind of posts and pages, and I'll help you really work with OptimizePress more as we continue. See you on the next video.